It is launch time for Robo Boogie. Robo Boogie has arrived in the studio, so this video is all about Robo Boogie, my very first fabric line with Benartex. And also in this video, the brand new Sugaridoo Bernina quilt. I will talk about that at the end of the video. There are kits available and I will tell you when it's going to launch officially. So more on that in the end of the video. So let's sit down for a second. My name is Irene and I am a quilt and fabric designer. And this is my very first fabric line. It's called Robo Boogie and I'm super excited about it. And this week it arrived in the studio, so I can start shipping out the fabrics. Today it's launching in my shop as well. So as we speak, I am putting the fabrics in the shop and getting the kits ready for the shop. So when you watch this video, you can click the link. I will put it here to the shop to check out those fabric kits and the fabric. So let's chat a little bit about Robo Boogie and why I designed it and the very fun Sugaridoo Bernina quilt along that we're going to make with this fabric. So Robo Boogie, why robots? Well, I studied mechanical engineering before I got into the quilting business, and I did a major in automation and robotics. So that is my field of study, which I really love. I love those automatizations and programming. I also love quilting, so I moved towards that area, but I thought how fun would it be to make my very first fabric line with a little note to my background. So Robo Boogie, the main print is this one, and this one has a lot of robots on it. And these robots you'll also find in the other fabrics. So this main print has them all. And the scale of the white fabric is a little bit bigger than the scale of this print on the two colored fabrics. So we have the pink one. This pink one has the same print, but it's just a tiny bit smaller. And it has those color areas as well in some of the robots. So there we have the same print, and there's a third version of this print, and that is this green one. So that is the main print in the fabric. Well, main print, I call it that because it has all the robots in there, and those robots you'll find also in other fabrics. So those are the same prints. So let me show you one of the other robots. Let's go for the round one. That is this one. And here I took that round, cute robot figure. There he is. And played with those half circle shapes to make this fabric. And I think it kind of looks like he pops out of that pattern of that half circle pattern, and we have that little robot popping out of there. So I have that in light blue and also in orange. This is the same print. I love this color. It's really soft orange but still vibrant. So there we also have those cute half circle robots. And this print is also available in the white. So there are two white prints. One I showed you with the all over robots. That's white with a soft gray print on it. And then we have these as well. So this is also white, the same white tone, and then with soft gray robots on there. And as you can see behind me, the line is super colorful. So I put in two of these whites because that mixes perfectly as a background with the fabrics. So there we have three of those round robot shapes. Let's see which one to do next. Let's do the triangle robots. The triangles we have in yellow this little yellow with orange robots, and they go in all direction. So even though it's a straight lined print, all the robots go in different directions. The yellow isn't showing that perfectly on the camera, but it's a lovely lemonade kind of, yeah, real yellow. Yeah, so there we have, and this print with the triangles also comes in my favorite pink. That is this one. So here we have the same print, but in pink with all those triangular robots. Let's see, do we have that also in another color? Yes, we do. It's also in this light lime green. It's a perfect color between green and yellow, and it's really light. So it's a really nice blender from green to yellow colors. And it also has that little robot in there. Okay, let me put these fabrics back, otherwise this will fall over. Back in a sec. There we go. Let's pick the next fabric. And that fabric has little shapes on there. And those shapes, oh, they might just look like little shapes, but actually they are like springs and dampers. They are mechanical elements. And I thought they look like just fun scribbles, but when you know what they are, it's a very fun print. If you have a mechanical engineer friend or husband or brother, this is a fun print because they will know what it is. And maybe pink won't be for them, but we have this in light pink, but the gray and also this one, I think it's really cool. Well, cool, awesome color. It's that dark teal. So a very fun print for your mechanical friends, mechanical engineering friends. Then we have another one. We have remotes. And the remotes come in this teal fabric. So this fabric has little squares, and every now and then a remote will pop up in the fabric. So you can really use this as a blender fabric or fuzzy cut it with these little remotes in there. And this remote fabric comes in this light teal, and it comes in this green. So it's a soft green, but it has those darker green squares on there. And also it comes in yellow. And this is a little bit lighter yellow than those triangles. And then we have one more with robots and one more with stripes. Let's do the robots first. Here we have the whole family of rectangular robots. So there you have those robot buddies and a tiny one. So the whole family of rectangular robots is gathered in this fabric, and that comes in light green, and it also comes in this pretty orange. So this is a little bit a darker orange, but also with those cute little robots on there. And then the final fabric that we have left is a stripy one. And it is, I guess it's a 1/4 inch stripe, but then the stripe is not continuous. So as you can see here, the stripe every now and then is broken up. So this would be a fun one if you would use it as a binding. Then every now and then there will be a little gap in between the lines. So it's just a tiny bit more playful. So that one is in gray, and we also have it in a darker pink shade. And we have this one in the dark teal. So very pretty and cool options to frame your quilt with these stripes. Did we then have everything? Yes. I am going to put them back and talk to you about the quilt along. And there it is, also the last one on the shelves. And here is the next topic that I would love to share with you, the coming Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along. This is kind of a sequel on the very first Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along. I know many of you who watch my videos have participated in the first Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along or the second. But the first one was that row along quilt along. We made a very big quilt, went through all the beginner techniques, and it was a fun one. Thousands of quilters from all over the world joined in, and we're kind of doing a follow-up quilt along with that, and that's this quilt. And I made it with Robo Boogie fabrics, and I couldn't be more excited than to share it with you. I think I can hold it up, but then it would not fit in the frame. So I will just put it on my design wall and film it in its completion as a whole, and tell you more about it. Look at that, it fits in the frame. So here it is, the next Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along. The quilt along will be officially announced at the end of March. So for now, just a little bit of information about the quilt, because I have the quilt kits in stock. The quilt along starts in May 2024, so the end of May. It will be announced officially with all the materials you need, everything you need to know at the end of March 2024. We are going to do a row every month, so it's going to take about a year, and it will be available in English, German and Dutch. So very exciting. Let's chat a little bit about the techniques of this quilt. So there is of course foundation paper piecing. I love foundation paper piecing. And this quilt has some more advanced rows than the very first Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along. So it's awesome if you've kept quilting since that quilt along, and you are building your skill set and you want something more, then this quilt is a perfect one for you to practice your skills on. So this row, for example, is done with foundation paper piecing, and the challenge there is that you have a lot of those seams going together. A lot of the rows practice with getting your points to match, and that is not a skill that you should have before you start the quilt along. The fun thing is, when you make a row like this one, when you start at the row, your points might not match perfectly. But as you sew all those pieces together, you practice and practice, and at the end of the row, you will be better with your matching points. So yeah, we have foundation paper piecing, we have strip piecing. So this row, for example, is done with strip piecing, where you first piece some strips together and then cut into that and sew it again. Some round shapes. This is not applique as in the first Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along, but this is sewn as quarter circles, and so is this one. This is also sewn as quarter circles, so we are going to practice with that. And yeah, there is room, a little bit of room for some improv, for some making it your own if you are into that. But yeah, I think overall it's just going to be a very, very fun quilt along. And I'm really looking forward to starting this new quilting adventure with you. So materials, as you see them here, is one fat quarter kit. So for this quilt you need one fat quarter bundle. This one contains 20 fat quarters, so you also get 2 white ones and 2 gray ones. And we are going to use the 16 colored fat quarters that are in here. And if you remember the accent color that we had in the first Sugaridoo Bernina quilt along, so every now and then we did a block in a different color. You can do that with the gray fabrics. So there are 2 gray fabrics in here, and you can do that in here as well. So you will get that with the fat quarter pack. And then you will need 5 yards of background fabric. So a fat quarter bundle and 5 yards of background fabric. So that is what will be in the kit when you order it in my shop. And you can also opt in for batting or a backing. So this weekend I have only 80 fabric kits, so 80 fat quarter bundles and background fabric available in the shop. That is way less than the amount of kits that I sold for the other quilt alongs. I have also a new batch of kits coming in about a month or a month and a half, so well before the quilt along starts. But the reason that I didn't buy as much fabric for the kids as I did with the previous 2 quilt alongs is because Robo Boogie is also at your local quilt shop. So they can order Robo Boogie. So if you go to your local quilt shops and would love to buy your fabric kit from them, just ask them to order Robo Boogie at Bensound, and they can order the fat quarter bundle for you, and they can order the white fabric. Yeah, so then you can get your fabrics also at your local quilt shop. But still, if you would like your order to place your order this weekend, make sure to check it out because I only have 80 of these in the shop. I am looking so much forward to this quilt along, to have some fun sewing adventures again with you on the Bernina blog from May for a whole new year. So thank you for watching, thank you for joining in the fun with the Robo Boogie, and I'll hope to see you soon, and I hope to welcome you in the quilt along as well.